should always have a fire extinguisher, and I'm thinking that we should install a fire extinguisher right on this wall right here because it is A, right next to an exit door, and B, it's very accessible. And of course, those are two things you always want extinguishers to be, so I'm thinking I'm going to install it right here. How I'm going to do this is I have these interesting looking drywall anchors. You can't really see it. Let's focus the camera. But these just screw in and they kind of grab onto the sheetrock. And as you do that, or you drive in a screw, the end here will actually split open and grab even more onto the wall, so it will be very secure. So for these, you can actually just use a regular screwdriver. However, to speed things up, I have a drill with a screw bit, so I'm just gonna... Alright, so I just tried using a drywall anchor, and I found out that right behind here, literally just like half an inch behind the wall surface, there is a stud. So that means I can actually just directly fasten with a regular screw, and it should hold just fine. So now I'm going to go over the types of brackets. So the first one I'm going to show is this one. This is a plastic cheap strap bracket. This basically snaps onto the neck of the extinguisher, and then these straps go around it. It's made of all plastic. Really not great quality, but I mean, I guess it gets the job done. Then we have this. This is just your standard hook. This is my favorite kind of mounting bracket because I think it's the most secure and the most reliable. Basically, it's just a hook, and it just hooks onto the extinguisher. Very simple. Then we have this. This is one of my least favorites. This is a fork style. Oop, I dropped it. This is a fork style mounting bracket. This goes around the neck of the extinguisher, and honestly, I really don't like them. So the reason I don't like these is a couple reasons actually, but first is that they're not very secure. So for example, if you snag onto the extinguisher and you just pull it, it's just going to fall off because all you have to do to get this off is just pull. Second thing I don't like about these is that if this is mounted and an extinguisher is on it, you're not going to get a good idea of how heavy the extinguisher is until you have to handle it. So for example, let's say this thing mounted on the wall right here, and once you pull it off, you're just going to have to deal with the weight, whereas with a hook like this, you have to pull up and then out. So let's say you pull it up and you're like, oh, that's too heavy. Well, you can just let it go back down and it's not going to hurt anything. Whereas with these things, if you pull it and all of a sudden it's too heavy, well, you're probably going to drop it and hurt yourself. So that's why I always like to go with these hook style brackets because they're just a lot nicer. So now back to the actual installation. You can see I've started threading the screw into the wall. I haven't done it all the way because I'm trying to show what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to take my drill or screw gun and I just basically screw that in like that. And you just finish it all the way in, and then it will look fine. Alright, there you go. Alright, the last thing you have to do is just attach the extinguisher to the bracket. So for these ones, it's easy. There's a little loop on the back. You just put that onto the bracket, and there you go. That looks pretty good. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully this helped you out with getting a fire extinguisher on the wall. If you need a brand recommendation, I do have a video testing different extinguishers. So yeah, thanks for watching.